I'm Lambros.
And I'm Theo. And this is our 1976 SLR 5000. So my first car was a VN Commodore, and it was the very first one that had the fuel injected engine in it as opposed to the carbureted V8. And so after the VN V8 I developed a thirst for the V8s, and I then became a Holden man, and from there I owned various other cars. And they all led me to my ultimate dream, and that was to own a muscle car. And so I decided it was going to be a Torana, and it was this one, but not as you see it now. So after deciding that it was going to be a Torana, I bought this car home and drove it up and parked it in the driveway. My wife came out and she said, "Oh my God, Kermit the Frog's here." And my son came out and we had a look at it, and it was not up to scratch.
Yeah, it was pretty atrocious build at the time. I mean, stock standard, but held together really questionably. So I suppose we pulled the whole car apart straight away.
And we hit it with a hose.
Yeah, we literally flooded the car originally, yes. We washed the whole inside.
And so we took the seats out, and I took the dash out, and then we discovered that the gear levers were mounted on a 4x2, one on one side, one on the other side, and they were held in with self-tappers. And then as we kept looking, we found wiring that was cut and taped, and it was a hazard. And that's when we decided enough's enough, and that's when the project became Ben-Hur.
I just like the simple.
So in terms of what's been done to the car since we've had it, pretty much everything. Nothing is from the original car, at least when we bought it, apart from the paint. So engine wise, we had the original engine. It was a 383 stroker. It was a decent engine, had enough power, but it didn't have enough kick for us. So we decided to completely rebuild it. And we went to BK Race Engines, and he built us a pretty outstanding engine. One that has ample amount of power and plenty of kick.
And not just that, but very reliable.
Yeah, incredibly reliable as well. No issues whatsoever, which is excellent. It runs like a Rolex. Other than that, gearbox is a complete custom 2-speed power glide from ours race glides, and that gearbox has been excellent. We've not had one drama with that gearbox at all. and it handles the power so well. Running gear elsewhere, the diff is completely custom and it's all been fabricated and put together by Shane Chassis, and that's got Mark Williams diff center and Mark Williams splines as well, including the axles, which are all Mark Williams as well.
And the housing, and then of course we move on to the exhaust system, the extractors, the fuel system, the drop tank, which was refabricated to house the pumps, which are now electronic and very, very quiet thanks to Shane. All of the other work that Shane has done has been just perfect. We've not had one issue with the car, including of course the electronics, which gives us GPS speed. The gauges are
all retrofitted autometer. So we've retained the original look of the gauge. We didn't like the autometer individual gauges. A lot of people have in the interior or on the bonnet, mounted on the scuttle plate. So yeah, we kept them all
within the boundaries of the original car. And when you see the car, you'll see that there are no gauges whatsoever. Just a very plain looking SLR 5000. Why do I love driving this car? Well, it's fun to drive, it's very easy to drive. Considering the power that it has, taking it for a drive into town is an exhilarating experience. Not only does the car feel that it belongs, but the people also feel that the car is an icon, an Aussie icon, and we just get the thumbs up all the time, and we get the waves, and we get people filming it. We get people ask us permission to take photos, and of course we oblige. But the car's very reliable in that we can take it into town, go and have a dinner, park it, and of course come back to it and start it like your normal car would start. The favourite feature about the car is the interior, I think. The interior was crafted by masters, and Louis Maglaveris put a lot of time in creating the interior, which is Napa leather. And of course, it's not just your normal Recaro seats, but they are Recaro seats which fit like the original seats of a Torana. And that is, you can lift the back and you can lift the bottom and it will unclip like the original car. So it's not screwed into a piece of timber or plywood like most people would do. These seats fit on the rear wall as the original car seats once did.
Yeah, I'd say my favourite part of the interior as well is my favourite part of the car is in the interior. The headliner, because it's all suede, which kind of reminds me of a Lamborghini or Rolls Royce, but in a Torana.
The car, and it's known as Mr. Law, the future for Mr. Law. Well, there it is. It'll be passed down to my son, and hopefully he looks after it as much as I have.
Yeah, my future plans for the car are twin turbos and power steering to make it more fun. Yeah, so this is our SLR 5000. Thank you for watching.
And once again, Mr. Law, thank you very much.
Whole new running gear. The original engine, oh there goes my phone. The original engine didn't have...
We'll retake that part.
Alright, take that one.
I told you to put your phone away.
Bro, it's in my fucking pocket.